Hi everyone, this is a light language transmission. We're back on the theme of the twin flame runner chaser dynamic. Doesn't have to be twin flame, can be any relationship dynamics in your life, but it's very classic for soul connections and twin flames because you're playing out a lot of karmic past life stuff. So funny enough, that noise in the background is my cat playing with a mouse, and this has happened just as I've laid out this spread. Is the cat's walked in with a mouse. It's not alive anymore, so this is actually about the karmic wheel, the karmic cycles. You can see the cat is on a treadmill there with the mouse symbol on the wheel there, and the timer. So it's running, chasing illusory goals, and running away from illusory predators. And I think the fact that the cat has caught the mouse and it's not alive means it's basically the death of that cycle, the death of chasing illusory goals and actually following your heart to actually in reality get to the goal. I woke up this morning with a song in my head. She lives on Love Street. She has a house and garden. I want to be part of them. And so I then picked a card about what's preventing you from having that is your avoidant patterns. So moving into running, which is because you don't want to face the things that are deep in your heart. You don't want to face them. You don't want to feel those pains again, and you avoid the situation. Run. And then, of course, when I came to actually do this transmission, I picked this card, running, and then the next card was at the heart level, you're desiring belonging. So, which is the song, She Lives on Love Street. I want to live with her on Love Street. So that's very heart driven rather than karmic cycle driven, rather than ego past life wounding driven. So it's going into your heart and really feeling the love in there, and that you're worthy of love, and that you deserve love, and that you deserve belonging. You deserve to belong with someone, and for them to belong with you. And I don't mean belong to you, or you belong to them. I mean belong with. It's much more co-creative. It's not possessive at all. So from there we go to the next level up, which is the feeling. So again, that's going into your heart, feeling your worthiness, feeling what you truly desire at that heart level. It's not about choosing a partner at a lower level who's comfortable or who fits your ideas of what a good lifestyle is, or who would fit in perfectly with your friends and your family. That's like living from an accumulation of all your past, of who you have been and what you know, rather than from where I'm going, who I really am, an evolving person who is finding themselves and finding out who they really are and who their tribe is. So it's really about feeling that out, feeling who you are and feeling who's resonant at a heart level and a soul level. And then from that feeling, there's the watching. So the being aware, the looking out, the observing of what's going on around you, and what feels right when you observe what they bring up in you, how you feel internally, who fits internally. But I also get a sense here that this is connected a bit to the running. So it's like you feel the desire for belonging. You feel when you look, she's all about love. She's got a house and a garden, and I want to be there, but I'm standing back and I'm just observing from a distance because I'm too scared to go there. Or it might be that there's another level to this, and that is that if their behaviours have not been mature enough to make you feel safe, or have if they are desiring you, say, if we're going to the flip side, if they are desiring you, but they're not really, when you watch them and you feel into it, they're not stepping up to the right level. They're not matured to a level where they match your heart and the feeling of belonging rather than belonging to, belonging with rather than belonging to. So there's that level of it as well. And then we've got the dreaming. So this to me is about the other levels in the night, where you are connecting, where you're vibrating at the same soul level. This is the soul level to me. So where this is heart, this is third eye, clarity, getting clarity, watching, determining what's illusion, what's real. And then this is the connections in the higher planes, where you are getting information through your dreams, or even meeting in the astral, and that information is then dropping through into the reality, giving you information about your desires to connect and your fears of connecting, and bringing those desires to connect from the heart level begin to push you towards the other person, to connect or to watch or to feel. And with that, that can bring up memories and feelings for you to work through within yourself, get some healing on. But yeah, so the dreaming of the cat there, I love that there's kind of an eye in the sky there, which to me represents visioning in the higher realms, from a higher perspective, from a soul level. Its head is also the moon, which is about the hidden, the secrets, the mystery, and the black cat is the psychic powers. And the black cat obviously moves around in 3D, so the black cat brings that psychic vision, knowing, telepathy into the 3D realms. And then the solution to all of that playing out is connecting to that spring, the new day, the dawn, the yearning for the morning, the yearning for bringing those messages from your higher self through into waking up in the morning and doing your fresh new day with the new information. So it's not like a Groundhog Day like here where you're running on the karmic wheel, but you are altering that karmic wheel by bringing your higher knowing, your higher feelings, higher information, and your heart knowing through into the new day and creating it anew. So it's not like doing the same day over. It's not Groundhog Day. It's a fresh new day, because you're exploring your inner worlds and you are making changes that bring a new day in your outer world. And then the other side of that is desiring balance. So if we looked at this side is the more masculine, physical, mundane level, same here. And this side is the more feminine feeling, heart side. So at the lower levels we're desiring belonging, and at the higher levels we're desiring balance. So this is all about bringing in, it's about the scales of justice, you know, karmic balancing, clearing old karmic patterns. It's also about balancing the masculine and feminine, which is very much what we're doing as part of the ascension, moving into heart-centered living. Really is we're balancing the masculine and feminine. We're clearing old wounding, the distorted wounded masculine, the distorted wounded feminine, and this is all a play out of that. And so as we observe and watch and see that these repeating cycles, we can do our inner searching at our heart and soul level, bring those in to transform that into the new dawn, the new day, the new world, ultimately creating a balance. So the goal at the top there is creating a balanced new world within ourselves and out in the real world, through being aware, observing cycles, feeling it through our heart centers, checking everything through our heart, allowing ourselves to feel vulnerable and feel what's really in our heart, to feel the pain without judging it. Realize that the pain is coming up from old karmic cycles that are not really real. They are illusory. We can bring the love into it, and that basically all of this is coming from our own desire to love and be loved, and realize that we are lovable and that we do belong and that we have a place, and that we're not victims that need to run away from someone chasing us, or that need to chase after a goal that we will never have. We do have power, we do have control, and we are capable of making positive change in our own lives that also affects the collective, and you know, brings us closer to the worlds that we want to live in. It's about being future oriented, focusing on what we want as a way of being, coming from a heart and soul space. What kind of world do we want to live in? How would we imagine our life to be? Who would we be with? And this is not from a lower ego perspective of what you think you might want based on you know, like cultural patterns or what you think is possible in the world. It's more of future visioning. If there were no limits, what would I have? How would my life be? What would the world be? And allowing that to filter down through your dream states, through your watching and feeling senses. See the signs and synchronicities in the world. Pay attention. Allow them to remind you that you're connected to something bigger, and bring that down into the karmic cycles, to break them, to shift them, so that you're coming from a future heart-centered goal, rather than from what your brain and your karmic pain bodies have been aware of until now. Yeah, okay, that feels like the message. So we're going to bring through the light language now to tie all that together, so that you actually get all of that into the parts of you, the levels of you, speaking directly to your soul, to your light bodies, to your physical body, so that you can actually really receive that clearly in its true transmission, without the interpretation. But hopefully that has opened you up enough to what this is about, to break the runner chaser cycle, and move you forward. It's a Ikakataka skataka bokotoko soto bokotoko isakataka bakasoto botoko chobokoto sokoto isataka sataka taka botoko bosokotoko chobokosotoko botoko sokoto isataka taka bokotoko bokotoko taka toko otoko soto bokotoko iskotoko chokosotoko botaka taka sataka taka taka botoko itakataka sakata bokotoko chokasakata boko isakataka sakataka bokotoko sotoko botoko sokotoko soto bokotoko chokosoto bokotoko Isacha sakata kata 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 sakata kata kobo soko toko toko jobo sakata kata koso toko bataka joko soto isacha sakata batoko koso toko batoko joko soto boko toko soto jobo soto kata boto isa toko soto ko batoko soto ko jobo soto kata batoko soto ko jobo taka sata boko to batika jobo so Isotoko bataka atoko otoko otoko batoko soto bataka taka soto isakataka taka toko toko josko bataka boso toko skata boko isacha sataka bataka taka soto bachka sataka toko bachka soto bata isataka taka botoko bataka sataka taka soto bataka boto isakapataka boto bataka josko bataka joboko soto botiko botoko Iskotoko botoko skotoko toko bosokotoko toko bosotoko botoko toko skotoko botoko kotoko jobokoto Isokotoko betita kataka sotoko botoko atoko boto Isakataka pakatoko botoko joboko sotoko toko bataka jobosokotoko kotoko batata Isataka botoko toko botoko satoko botoko toko Isataka botoko koto sokotoko botoko botoko toko botoko Iskachoko botoko skoto botoko sotoko botoko soto bokoto Isacha sokoto bokoto sokoto botoko sokoto bokoto sokoto bokoto Iskotoko choko soto toko soto botoko taka toko soto Iskataka botoko toko soto taka toko soto bata Isatapata oboto kochopo Isataka bataka sata boko jobo soto boko so Isatoko toko sokoto boko toko so chokobo soto kobo Isacha sakato boko tobo chiboko toko sobotoko Isokotoko Kotoko sotoko isataka toko okotoko sopotoko otoko chobo toko skata boko isokotoko kotoko boko osoko botoko chiboko sotoko boko koto boko Also, being reminded that the cat chasing the on that karmic wheel chasing the mouse that is not there is a kitten. So it goes back again to that being stuck in a certain level of development and preventing evolving and growth and when you can break out of that you can grow and evolve and shift and change. So that is the transmission for today. I hope you can I feel a really big heart clearing there and a heart opening and expansion and bright light through the heart. So these all these protection covering the heart have all been dropped and there where she's on her, the cat's on her shoulder advising her of her psychic perceptions, seeing through the dark. This is where she now is naked and her heart is open and she's happily really connecting with what's behind the veil, what's hidden there, that she may have been scared of before because it might have hurt. So hope you enjoy that. Do give yourself time to rest and receive that and hydrate. And yeah, take care. Blessings.